Hello, everybody. We started a knowledge-based workgroup meeting. We went over agendas, and now I will be sharing a new update I did to the async resource links collection window in the administrative Miro board. So previously, as we have been asynchronously and the meeting collecting the document links to this, it kind of got a bit messy in the sense like, and the formatting, like there are just clear documents, there's like names and links to them. So on the left side with the Treasury Guild, I started like organizing them with the specific colors and like a position or how they look like. So if they all are formatted the same way, then it's much easier to track the situation. Or is it a new document? Is it organized? What is done with it? And so on. And on the left side corner, because over the weeks where we had new people joining here, they're always like, what can you actually do? And what's the current, basically, yeah, what's to be done and basically I created these action items that previously were scattered around the Miro board into this top corner here, where the main stuff what we are dealing with should items belong in GitBook, and items are then these yellow sticky notes. These are all the new items, and usually the format will go as a title of the document or the file and the URL leading that. Actually, when you now look at the format, then it's title and link in the top corner, so linked item. And there is also now our items formatted correctly, action items. So if you are more like just getting in, feeling like throwing or moving stuff around, then you can follow this action item, include linked URL to the item, and remove the sticky note. So you basically are creating these nice looking sticky notes. Change item name to title of the document or page, and include application or file type name as an asset context. And that is like Treasury Guild Miro board. Sometimes there is, if I look at, there are Singularity Foundation page 2 information memorandum PDF. And these are new items. These are not formatted. Then how to create the eternal Cardano wallet. That is a Google document, another Google document, and you can see links on top. So that's basically what I mean by formatting. And there are also like other interesting items you will find, like optional. Share a newer version for this item and create a link between this item and the new item. If there is no newer link, delete this item. And by delete this item, actually, we no longer just need that. I changed the logic. But yeah, these are like these arrows that if there is like, oh, this document, I know there is a newer version of that, then basically dragging arrows around is also relevant stuff. But yeah, back to the items. So basically from here on, it starts like this, a new item. Then if we turn it into green, then it is valid for GitBook items. If it's turned into dark green, organized item, this means that is also linked to the organized resources section. Here it's in 2 places. Previously, it was like a different color coding. If you want to see what changed, then the original version is on the left side. And the final item version is not the valid URL for GitBook. And this is all these items that we say we don't put it on a GitBook. And sometimes the reason is written on the sticky notes below, sometimes not. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it, of the formatting, and a little of action items more organized here. Here it also change the color of the new items that have analysis related to item based on color code rules. And here then it also leads to that you can basically start analyzing yourself. And this is what we are going into. I don't know, I slightly was a bit of all over the place, but then again, it was compactful information. So is there any questions related to this new Miro board format and activities.
That seems clear to me. Good stuff. I mean, it will get a little bit, take a little bit of getting used to probably, but seems straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if people see 1 or 2 examples, that will also help them.
Okay, let's do one example right here then. Do we have any? Well, basically all of these are new items. So let's analyze. Now we do like an action item, analyzing an item. Analyzing item is that we create this orange box under the Excel. Like here is the example. This is operational board treasury quill to collect meeting notes and assets. And that's like also an example of this item, and below that is an analysis. So in order to format it correctly, first we check what is this item about. We take the ambassador tools, okay, and we put that into a title, and we also say that is an, yeah, not Excel, this is a Google sheet, the difference. But probably I was the one linking it. Then we create a share link to that. On top of the corner, Control K is the shortcut link. Otherwise, you use right click. Now we kind of fix the title of that information. Now, in order to do the analysis, is like analysis like the same thing as we previously shared. I hope I didn't delete it. What is this resource about in orange color? So what is this about? This is about, I guess, collecting. This document is used for collecting information about license, since we may want to use or use in Ambassador Program. And now we have the analysis. The next one is to, you can find new items in the group. Share a newer version. Well, we don't have a newer version for this. Then change the color for the new items that have analysis related to item based on color code rules. And now we choose, is it valid for GitBook item or not valid, basically. And good question. Do we want to show this publicly? Because in one sense, it is an interesting information, like, hey, I see you're using these tools, but we are offering these services. It kind of triggers this kind of motion. And the main email is that if it's in public, I don't think it's a real issue. Although if there is gonna be more like Workgroup people, then it's gonna be messy.
Maybe if the link is only viewable and not edit, they can't edit.
Yeah, I think the ambassador should be able to log in or comment.
Comment, yeah, that's better.
Okay. Changed it to the comment access. Peter, what do you think? Is it fine if it's a public sheet, like on GitBook? Or maybe it doesn't have that value to have be there.
No, in itself, I think it's fine and good in light of transparency. The only thing would be when users post something on their own email, then it's automatically also including their private email into the public sheet, which is not ideal.
Yeah, right now every user has his own account, so it's like not explicitly using it. But then let's put here that this is a public document. And let's make it a lot.
Let's say if I would use some service, whatever, I would just put my name in there rather than my email.
Ah,
Maybe.
so you feel like this could be an attack vector?
Well,
No, but they kind of know this is our email, so it's not like it really.
for this one, it doesn't matter. But if, let's say, I use something and I put it on my personal email, then
Yes.
and
Main email
we have
for
get
user.
already. I wouldn't call them out since we're recording, but you know, it's just yeah.
Or username.
Yeah.
Okay. We went a little more deeper than usually it's required for a knowledge work group. But because we are quite knowledgeable here at Ambassador, we can also fix these small things up. Alternatively, if you who doesn't have access to these emails and these documents, but see these small improvements, you can always write us the action down in purple sticky notes and say like, add this info, or perhaps it's better like suggestion and stuff, and I will look at the purple stickies and kind of coordinate accordingly. So what we did now is the analysis. We linked to the document and we agreed that this is a valid item for GitBook. So we're going to change it to green. And once we have organized the item, then we also turn it into dark green. And if there is any other additional information you want to share that is not an action item or something that is needs to be addressed right away, then you can use white sticky colors as like written in color codes, extra information, and you can describe whatever is related to the item itself, which in this case is, I don't know, nothing. So I'm not going to write anything. I guess that should be it for the example of how to update an item on the Miro board. And if you have any new items, yeah, the closer you can put it to the format, the better. Otherwise, yeah, drop it into Discord channel in Process Guild or a simple link if you're busy. Well, I will stop recording. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next work group. We will be continue without recording.